Welcome everybody to the Top Back Podcast, the show where we share our love for nerd culture for your entertainment. I'm one of your hosts, Matt.
And I'm Mike.
And we're back after a long hiatus. Me and Mike haven't talked about shit for like 3 months, but It's that time of year, Mike. What time is it?
It's NBA basketball time. Cue the theme song.
Let's go. NBA time again after a lot of dramatic moments happening over the summer and even just the past week as we're recording this. So we're going to talk about, we're going to preview the season. We're going to share our thoughts and, future expectations and, we're going to talk about the documentary that just came out later on in this episode too. But first, we're going to stick to the 2022-23 season and what's to come. So, Mike, lead it off, bro.
Yeah, so biggest storylines going into the season, like literally it's been ongoing and breaking news almost every day. And it could hurt the chances of the defending champs, the Golden State Warriors. Matt's a huge Golden State Warriors fan. We're here in the Bay. And, they just came off a championship and Draymond straight up one-punch man Jordan Poole. Mm-hmm. Fast forward now, Jordan Poole just signed his contract today. So what are your thoughts on, how the dynamic of the Warriors championship aspirations going back-to-back this year?
All right, so going into the season, I was very hopeful. I'm looking at some of the preseason games. That they have a good squad now. But
I think they're even better.
Yeah, to say the least, I think they're actually more. They have experience now with the bench, so I think they'll be better. Yeah, but the chemistry is a lot better. Up until last week, with holy shit, dude, I couldn't get away from it even if I wanted to.
Yeah, I texted you. I was like, holy shit.
He texted me. I saw it over the feeds. ESPN was talking about it, and honestly, as much as I am a Warriors fan, I always hated Draymond as far as personality wise. I knew this is not even surprising what he did. Him barking at teammates. I'm actually just surprised it took him this long to even get to this point, because that, as much as I appreciate this game, he has anger management issues. He doesn't know when to stop. And then when you add another player who has a big mouth like Jordan Poole, which what do you think of him?
I think he's just the representation of this generation that's super skilled and has a level of arrogance that, if you're not a girl who thinks he's fine, as guys, you would think it's kind of annoying, kind of rubs you the wrong way. But I highly respect his game.
I do too. Offensively, he's a beast now. And I can't. I'll go ahead.
I said it. I think he deserved the bag. I've been saying, I think he should get the most money. Nowadays, he got it today.
You think he's worth
I would have been fine with him leaving, huh?
140? You think he's worth 140?
I think so.
As a bench player?
I just think, because I know the TV contract is going to balloon even more now or later on. So you're getting him technically at a deal when things blow up 3 to 4 years from now.
Do you think the incident that just happened affected his pay raise?
Yeah, man. It's whatever offer or bar you had, are you going to keep me? I'm pushing it up a little bit more, maybe another 5-10 million.
I was expecting 25 a year. For him. I wasn't expecting 35 now, because he got a 140 mil 4-year contract. So I was like, for a 6 man, that's a lot, dude.
Yeah, I know it is, but his value on the court, he can spell both Curry and Clay. And then you got Wiggins' contract coming up soon. This situation is so crazy because we've seen basketball fights. A brotherhood, you guys are going to fight eventually. But the fact that the video came out, it just caused this whole media storm and goes back to Draymond. You've built up so much of a bad rep and vibes that pretty much your whole team doesn't fuck with you right now. You got to earn their respect.
Well, if they probably haven't deep down, they're like, okay, we'll play with you even though we don't really like you.
Exactly.
But now it's even worse because you have the public perception.
Yeah.
And now that's, every time we watch a Warriors game from now on, we're going to be looking closely how he's going to play with Poole specifically.
It's going to be a hench high five count. How many high fives have they had so far?
Exactly. How many times did Draymond not pass the Poole?
It's like the KD shit. Bro, you bring so much drama, and he said so many things too of I want to skip a game and watch LeBron surpass Kareem, which we'll talk about later.
It's weird. Yeah.
It's dude, you keep running your mouth. You talk about being the new media, but you kind of set yourself back even more and more. So I think this is a breaking point. I think this is Draymond's last year.
I think so too. I don't even want him anymore, to be honest. Like seeing the roster we have this year, I'm kind of okay with Draymond moving on. If it's
LA.
Ultimately, I think it's up to Curry.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even think it's management at this point. Like, if Curry wants Draymond to stay, I think they'll reconsider.
Yeah.
But at this point, I think I'm over it at this point. This dynasty is like, it's crumbling anyway. Like, they have about 2 years left to play at a high level, because I think Clay's even slowing down, Curry's slowing down. So,
which is great, because you have I think this is an interesting dynamic with this dynasty, because you have young guns who can take the next wave. It's like Warriors 6.0 right now. The new iOS.
And I'll give the management credit too, because the transition from Curry's his era, it was really like a rebuild from straight up. But now this is more of like a passing the torch. Like they have a good foundation to build. So when Curry retires, they may not be a championship team, but they at least have pieces to
It's Duncan and Kawhi all over again.
Yeah, that's the Spurs. Yeah.
But yeah, let's see. Like last point with Draymond. Draymond's that friend that like you love, but every time you bring him to the club or anything, and it just causes so much of a mess that you don't even fuck with them. But he's your bro for life, regardless. Yeah. So
maybe not Poole's bro for life, but
hell no, that was embarrassing.
Yeah. And I'm actually quick note. I'm surprised he could Dallas stay for one more year too. So
Oh, he told Curry, "This is the last one, bro. You need a vet like that on every team." So I think
he just wants 5 on his fingers.
He's invaluable. Yeah. But all right, moving on to the next. The team that they beat in the finals with the Celtics, Ime Udoka. Damn, bro, that was I don't like to talk about other people's relationships, but that one was crazy. Of like him cheating on Nia Long, and
this is almost on par with Jay-Z cheating on Beyonce. Like, as far as iconic black women, it's like that's like Nia Long is like untouchable. She hasn't done shit wrong in her whole career, and you're gonna cheat on that.
And she moved to Celtic or Boston like 2 weeks before, and now that we found out about all of this, like maybe 2 employees, and one of them was arranging all the travel stuff. It's really messy, and like the way the Celtics handled it with not really keeping it in the house, and then kind of being very vague about it, and then suspending him when you could have, like, I don't know, fired him or something. Like it's a message now. He's suspended for the year.
Okay, so he still has
he could still come back.
He could still come back the following season.
Yeah, which is so dumb, and like you should have just handled it internally, but it was gonna leak eventually. But I think it sucks, because the Celtics, I was gonna pick them again this year because they got Malcolm Brogdon, who I thought was the missing piece for this team. But like now I feel bad they're wasting Tatum and Brown's another year together, and I think Brown is gonna leave after this year. I thought they were a great squad.
That's actually a good jumping off point too, because it kind of exposes the management of the NBA as far as suspension and what's the right punishment for certain
offenses.
Yeah, so you got Draymond with punching his teammate on camera. You got what's his name again? The coach, Udoka. You have him cheating with employees in the Celtics organization. He gets suspended. It's like these are when they have ties and when they're millionaires at this point. These are just a slap on the wrist. You just gave Udoka like a vacation,
basically.
Pretty much.
I don't know if he can coach in the league though anymore.
Yeah. So I mean, he has his own personal issues with Nia Long now, so his whole reputation's fucked. But it's just weird that they're sending these kind of messages to the fans too. It's like it's clear that the money is all over the NBA now. Like they have so much money, they think they can do a lot of shit, but their priority is the money. So firing marketable people like Draymond, it's not really a thing for them. Punishing them is not really I don't know. It's weird. The NBA is in a weird place right now as far as holding people accountable to what they've done.
Yeah, I think also in the tier of like organizational hierarchy, like you have the Draymond situation, you have the Udoka situation, which got a year suspension, and then you got the Robert Sarver situation in Phoenix, which was the same week.
I didn't even know about that until you put it in the text, like what he did.
Yeah, that's a racist Donald Sterling all over again kind of shit.
So it's exactly what I thought.
Now that he's going to sell his team, which is great, but you're just only like kicking one black sheep out of the 32 sheeps in the NBA of just like, it's still, there's a lot of discrimination. There's still a lot of like factors that pull into this slave owner mentality of the NBA. And then, there's an unequal balance of like suspensions and fines and all that stuff, which takes away the drama, like the story from the players itself.
Yeah.
So much drama. That was just the off season, and then another drama with another East favorite is the Brooklyn Nets. The whole all 3 stars, KD wanting to leave, Kyrie signing again, Ben Simmons like airballing in preseason. Like, man, our picks last year was fucking Lakers and Brooklyn. We're horrible.
I didn't even come up to that point. Ben Simmons, he's not going to do any damage,
Fuck
dude.
no.
Like, KD, his heart, I don't know where it's at right now. So,
Yeah.
you know when KD's not in the mood to play, he's not going to play 100%.
His body language is just like, man, why the fuck did I leave Golden State?
Yeah, and in my opinion, as effective as he is offensively, he's past his prime now.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You know, so
He
doesn't have another championship in him.
I mean, it just proved it in the first round of last year's playoffs, getting swept.
Yeah.
And
He tried, though.
He tried, but like, there's clearly a difference with like the Giannis factor in the East. Giannis in the Bucks, who I think is like top 2 in the East now, just getting back all your players, and Giannis always improving every year, both offensively and defensively. Like, the Bucks and Sixers, I think, are gonna go neck and neck. I think it's gonna be Eastern Conference the finals, Eastern Conference, and James Harden said he lost 100 pounds this offseason.
He did look good in like a picture I saw.
Yeah.
Like, looked more in shape, but that's typical Harden.
Yeah.
He gets in shape preseason, then he just lets it go throughout the regular season.
That duo is deadly though. Like the whole Joel Embiid and Harden. I'm fearful of that coming from the East.
Yeah.
How about you? Who do you think from the East?
From the East,
It's clearly that Warriors from the West, but I think in the East, it's
if the Bucks are healthy, I usually had them for top 3 favorite because Middleton was out. So I think if he was playing, they probably would have got to the finals, in my opinion. Miami,
I think they're past their prime.
You think they're past their prime now?
I think so. Like, last year was their last chance. It's like all decline from here. Jimmy Buckets is getting older.
Yeah.
It's the same team. Like, you have to. Kyle Lowry is older now, who you guys compare to me because I have a big ass like him. I say the Cavs could be a sneaky sleeper team in the East because, like, you got Donovan Mitchell, you got Big Trees.
I forgot Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, like, that could have been a big storyline in the offseason, but there's just so much shit going on. Like, DeJounte Murray's in the Atlanta Hawks now, too. I think he's I think he's really great. Like,
I think, honestly, for me this year, the Hawks will probably make it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Really?
Yeah.
Another stab at it?
Yeah, I'll take a bet on that one. I think
that's a good one.
They might have some extra energy this year.
Yeah.
Especially Trey. I think Trey is at the point where he understands his game.
Yeah.
He just needs
somebody to take the
that second lead.
Yeah. And with Trey losing more of his hair, like all the superstars, like their hair starts receding more. He's only 24 and his hair is almost completely gone.
It just reminds me of El DeBarge. I don't know why. I have no idea.
Yeah, but so the East, I think it's still open. I mean, it's still going to be trash. I thought the Bulls were going to be good last year, but
me too.
They still, like, as fast as they've like skyrocketed, it's going down now.
Yeah,
with hella injuries.
It's weird because DeMar DeRozan kind of just like he came up in my list as far as the top shooting guards in the league.
Yeah,
it's like, oh fuck, I guess I didn't really notice him in the Spurs.
Yeah,
but
he was held back.
And the Bulls, like shit, he's averaging 20, 28.
Yeah.
I think
he was going off. He was getting game winners after every game winner. Yeah. But like I had a feeling, I was like, man, they're starting so hot, they're gonna get cold. And unfortunately, Lonzo got hurt again. So the East, I think, is again the weakest conference. Like, it's just top heavy, and then all the other teams are just gonna be a lottery team. So
yeah, the West though.
West
is a different story.
My sleeper for the West is Denver
Nuggets,
because you're getting Jamal Murray, sloppy toppy back, who I think is like a baller, but he's very smooth, and I wish he can transition his bubble game to every game.
It'll be interesting to see though, because he's not going to be 100% off the bat. I don't know how his injuries affected his game. Because KD, when he came back after his injury, it wasn't the same. I mean, he's still effective. Don't get me wrong, but you play differently when you have an injury like that.
Yeah, and he's more shifty. So like compared to Clay, who came back from multiple leg injuries too. Like, Clay just needs to shoot and run around, but Jamal's game is like very shifty, and he's a sniper though too.
Yeah.
But
his confidence is up.
Yeah, I moved Nuggets up over like Phoenix because Phoenix also has so much drama with the DeAndre Ayton. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Like, damn, it's like every team has something. Like, damn, Monty, you're one of the most well-respected coaches in the league, and you can't even like talk to your player.
So Ayton's complaint was he wants a max contract, right?
Yeah, or they kind of lowballed him, and he's like a number one pick. He's been consistent like every few years. Like he's in an incline, but like. Just the way him and Monty ended last year with like having a back and forth and not speaking all off season. It's like, I didn't even want to be here. Why'd you guys sign me? Because he was a restricted free agent. So, but they only re-signed him so that they can trade him, you know?
Gotcha.
So they don't lose you for nothing. So it's like, all right, we're going to see more of this back and forth. CP is getting old.
CP's done already.
Yeah, CP's done. Crowder is getting, wants to be traded. Booker, he took a leap. But I think, I don't really like Booker like that.
I don't either.
I think he's also very skilled, but, I don't think he's much of a leader.
Yeah. He's always talking about Mamba mentality, which is right here.
Yeah.
But I still don't see it. I still don't see it with him, honestly. Even Tatum to an extent. Like, the talent is all there, but there's just something extra that's just missing.
There's still something that separates you from Kobe, and the fact that both of you, like, always try to emulate him, but not even close. Like Kobe emulated MJ to a T.
Yeah, exactly.
But you guys are not even close.
Even more so.
Yeah.
Like after reading his book, I'm just like, he's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
He sacrificed his whole personal life just to get better at basketball, which is for some it sounds crazy, but for him, he wants to be the greatest.
Bro, it's the Kendall Jenner effect. I'm telling you, she ran through the NBA. She gonna randomly find a baseball player. I bet you she's gonna move on. She like dated all the players we talked about on this list so far, Ben Simmons and them.
When we get to the Redeem team, I want to talk more about Kobe and how his influence, his legacy is kind of fucking up this generation a little bit. Yeah, in a weird way.
So those are the beasts of the West, and the other tiers.
How about Dallas though?
Dallas, okay. So I love Luka's game. He got skinnier over the summer. He was balling in Europe. They got Christian Wood, which I think is a good pickup. And then Dinwiddie's there. Jalen Brunson, go have fun in the Knicks. But I think Dallas is still another one or two pieces away. The West is just loaded, but I won't doubt Luka for carrying his team again as long as he stay healthy.
I don't know if it's a bold statement. I think the Clippers might surprise us this year.
Oh yeah. Leonard's thighs are huge.
Yeah, they have a lot to prove this year.
Yeah.
They've been out of the conversation for at least 2 seasons.
Dude,
now,
they've been together like 4 years.
Yeah,
now.
but it doesn't feel like it. Yeah, because of the bubble, because of last year, it doesn't feel like they've had time to shine.
That's your boy.
Yeah, I know. I saw a little bit of the Lakers the preseason.
Trash.
They're trash, but they're better than last year, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. His body language again. Russell, there's always little moments of like, is Russell even part of the
Russell not one of the
bench?
The huddle?
Yeah, not the huddle, all that shit. Like, oh man, just trade this guy already. Like, just get him out, get him to Pacers, Indiana.
A person like Russ, like who had his peak in the 2017
historic,
one of the most explosive point guards to ever play the game.
Yeah,
I don't know what it takes for him to be motivated at this point. Like you have a championship caliber team, but you're not willing to be a role player. You can't play like you did before. Like, what is there for you at this point?
It's the girlfriend that needs to move on to another pastures. I mean, that's LeBron's fault. Like, LeBron clearly made the green light. Like, let's get Russell. I'll turn him around. But now you got Patrick Beverly, you got Kendrick Nunn, Dennis Schroeder. It's like it's a point guard by committee now. Like, in AD's never healthy. Like, I'm totally out on AD ever playing 60 games now. Dude gets hurt just playing video games. Like, dude, like, that's just another Mamba mentality, but not shown on the court. They say it, they preach it, but it's not really in practice. Grizzlies, I was super high in Ja, but like kind of in the same sense of like Anthony Edwards. They're both super talented, but they're, I don't know. I don't mean to be this kind of like fucked up, but sometimes they bring like the outside noise into the NBA, and like it kind of fucks up either your money or like just your overall brand and look. Like Anthony Edwards said something on IG, and then John Morant is like, I think he was like smoking and drinking on like social on IG last summer or doing shit. It's kind of like Allen Iverson.
Ah,
You are yourself.
Yeah,
but you're also kind of like your reputation in the league. Like the media can totally switch on you easily. They love you now, but they can hate on you.
The Grizzly is someone that my dad actually thought should be this last year.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah, there's a point in the game where I was like, they have that something in the team, but they're missing a couple offensive pieces to help bring them over the hump a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm not really familiar with the Grizzlies lineup, so I can't really say much besides Ja, obviously.
Yeah, they're a really grit and grind team. Not like the OG Grizzlies, but Ja is very smooth, and I mean he needs to like stop dunking so hard.
Yeah, it's like you don't learn from Derrick Rose. Yeah, exactly. Like y'all should learn already. Like it's not good to play like that consistently every time.
I love his game. I love seeing his dad, aka Usher, on the court. But I don't know. I think Memphis and Minnesota. I would love to see them fight with each other again with Rudy Gobert in the lineup.
The Timberwolves, I forgot about them too.
Yeah,
shit.
They're just big. They're just like big ass trees. And Cat's always winning though. He got Jordan Wood.
And Cat, I like his game. There's something about his personality I don't like.
Yeah. It's kind of like a little like that young arrogance again.
Exactly. Like you can ball out, but you don't have that team mentality sometimes. Or you complain too much.
He cries a lot.
It like almost reminds me of DeMarcus. Almost.
Almost. Oh, DeMarcus is more like it's just organization. But Cat was like blowing kisses to the fans after losing in the first round. I'm like, bruh, come on. Like you got like I think for us, we can talk about it more in the Redeem doc. It's like you want losses to hurt these players even more and like take that shit seriously. But the NBA is so pampered now. It's like, all right, I'm losing, but I'm still walking with tens of millions of dollars every year.
At the end of the day, it's a business for them, and it's a job. So they treat it as such.
So running through other teams, Pelicans, Zion's back. Zion's hurt again. He hurt his ankle. He looks good. CJ looked good. It's a great young team, but I think it's just health. Lakers. LeBron's about to surpass Kareem this year.
Yeah.
That's only the big highlight of this year for him.
That's all he got left. He has no more championships in him. I'm sorry. LeBron's done. He should have been done last year.
Yeah.
Like, how old is he now? 36?
38 now.
Oh, 38.
This is year 20.
38. Fuck.
It felt like he was 36 for like 4 years.
You told me that he wants to retire when the son enters.
Yeah, so the NBA age restriction is going to move now. And it just so happens Bronny just turned 18. Bryce is looking nice too. I think Bryce is going to be better than Bronny. So I think LeBron's...
He's taller than Bronny too.
Yeah, his 4 championships right now, but if he has his 2 sons in the NBA, that's 6 technically. So that's the only way he can tie Mike. And then just even LeBron has like shit with Kareem now. I don't know if you saw that. Kareem and LeBron never had a relationship, and then LeBron was asked like, how do you feel about like surpassing Kareem this year? He's like, no, like I have no relationship with Kareem. They have a little thing too, because just Kareem's very like socially aware, but he doesn't really agree with some LeBron's comments about like China or other things. So it's like, damn, every team has fucking drama, dude.
Yeah, I can't tell if it's for the media or if they just have like.
No, I really don't think they like each other like as much.
Hey, like I have a coworker that's a diehard Laker fan, like from the Showtime era. Yeah, like, he's old, but
you don't fuck with LeBron.
You don't fuck with LeBron. Like as soon as he entered the Lakers system, it's like his Laker fandom went all the way to zero. Like, he doesn't care. He didn't even care when they won the bubble. So
it's like Wilt and Michael never really getting along either, or like it's like Kareem and LeBron, Wilt and Michael, kind of like. It's old heads, like not really approving young heads.
Yeah, generational thing.
Yeah. Other teams, Spurs are going to be trashed. Jazz are going to be trashed. They're all going to tank for Victor, 7-6.
How about your Kings, man?
Oh, my Kings! Let's fucking go! Let's go for that 18. I think we're going to be in the play-in, and that's it. But man, like I'm a huge Kings fan. For those of you who have been listening, our team looks nice. Like I think. We're on the rise finally of just management, but as a Kings fan, losing for 16 years straight.
I was gonna say, when was the last time they were in the playoff picture?
Man, when we were freshmen in high school. Holy shit!
Holy shit, dude!
Yeah, that's why I'm rocking my Jason Williams shirt. Sorry, Mike, baby, I don't have your jersey right now. But yeah, hope springs eternal, man. Like going into the season, I'm high on Keegan Murray. Like everybody hated on it. Like Jaden Ivey. I think Jaden Ivey is perfect for Detroit. So the way things played out, it plays out. That's life. But the Kings are nice. Like they're actually going to be nice to watch this year.
They're going to be like the Knicks.
Yeah, and then
the come up is always fun.
Yeah, I know. But the Knicks are trash as an organization.
Yeah.
Spurs are whack. Jalen Green, he looks the part. Shout out to my Filipinos.
I know what I was going to say.
And then OKC is trash. So yeah, I don't know if Dame should have left. But, you know, Dame's making almost like $60 a year. So
he's making the point, too, as far as being a legacy player.
Yeah.
He wants to be, you know, one of the very few that can do that.
Yeah.
He's going to retire there.
Dame Dollar.
Yeah, Dame Dollar.
Yeah, man, just take your, like, man, players, just get your money, man. Like, at this point, fuck it.
Either get your money or get your rings.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like rings have been, like, watered down to a point, too.
They've been, ever since the Celtics, they won that. But ever since the Miami Heat.
Yeah.
Like, the rings, like, they mean nothing when you're trying to build super teams around them all the time.
Exactly. And, like, the KD rings, like, Steph said it himself, like, I would take this ring over the 2 rings with KD.
Absolutely.
And, like, not even hesitation.
Absolutely. And Curry just came off his best, I think, his career-defining year.
Yeah.
He did everything imaginable in that year.
He catapulted to top 10, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's
almost
like, top 12.
Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore?
Almost Mount Rushmore, like caliber.
Yeah.
With that season.
Oh man. All right. So I think like we kind of breezed through all the teams and all the drama. Who do you pick? Like your finals prediction
for a conference or for the whole thing?
Yeah, going to the finals, getting to the finals, and then winning it.
Warriors, if they stay healthy, I think they're gonna do back-to-back Western Conference for sure. Denver, yeah, I'm kind of scared. Not scared, but I'm gonna keep an eye on them the whole season because if they're healthy, they have a good chance. Because Joker is no joke.
Yeah, hell no.
No pun.
And his brothers are no joke.
Yeah. So I'll call those two.
Yeah.
I
would love to see the brothers go against Draymond.
That would be fun.
Meet them in the alleyway.
Yeah, and plus, I still want Warriors to have like that team that's like undefinably good or even better than them, and I want them to win against them.
Yeah,
they're still last season. As much as I appreciate that championship, there's a lot of teams they could have beat. Like it was almost a sure shot if they're healthy the whole time. So
that they could have been beaten by. Yeah, like
all those
Memphis,
teams they could have beat everything.
Yeah, it just seems like the first championship year and this most recent championship year. Yeah, you kind of lucked out with injuries from other teams.
The stars just aligned for us.
Yeah, see, I appreciate that objectivity. Yeah, sometimes Warrior fans are like nauseating of just feeling like you're entitled to everything.
Nah, man. I still, because I know Warrior fans at my workplace.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna say who, but they're too like a ring's a ring. Like, nah, man. The quality of the ring matters.
Yeah.
Like who you beat and how you beat them.
Yeah.
That matters to me as a fan. Like I want good basketball.
It's like the 2011 Dallas Mavericks run.
Yeah.
Like that's all-time run to the championships because you knocked out everybody.
Yeah. Like perfect example, the Cavs. That's the one ring I will respect LeBron forever because he worked his ass off to win that 2016 ring with Kyrie.
With the help of Adam Silver and the suspension, which is like always a big factor.
Yeah, but that's one game. So
yeah,
but still, he worked his ass off to get to that point. So that's what I mean.
Yeah, NBA drama. So you got Warriors and Denver in the Eastern Conference Finals or Western.
Yeah,
I said Bucks and Sixers. I'm teetering more on Bucks to go all the way just because like they don't have the most drama compared to everyone, and I think James Harden like has yet to prove. He's getting older. He's yet to prove himself in playoffs. Joel Embiid's always hurt, and then Giannis is just like the funniest dude on earth. And
Giannis is my second favorite player in the league.
He deserves all the praise, and I love what he said about Tim Duncan. He's like, "Where the hell is Tim Duncan? I want to be like him."
He should play like Tim Duncan.
Yeah.
In his later years, he might play like him.
I think he's better under the radar, like underdog. Just not even being the top dog in the East.
Yeah.
Just get to the playoffs healthy. Everybody be cool. And that, I mean, maybe Bucks and Warriors finals would be cool.
That would be fun.
Which will be interesting because everyone was predicting Giannis to jump ship to the Warriors before.
Yeah, if we had Giannis, we have to clear up.
It's over.
It's over. That's Kobe and Shaq all over
again. Yeah, so. I love this. Yeah. Sweet.
Cool.
We ran out of camera, but it's all good.
Okay, cool. All right. So we're going to shift gears. Talking from the upcoming season into...
Is this the same episode or is it the same?
I'm going to split it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Redeem Team.
The documentary just came out on Netflix covering the 2008 Olympic team that had a lot of hype. You know what? Actually, let me just start with this real quick. I wasn't very aware of the Redeem Team growing up, which is weird because in high school, for some reason, my attention was not all the way in the NBA, the news surrounding it, because I wasn't watching a lot of ESPN. So, especially Olympics, I never gave a fuck about the Olympics. So it was kind of nice to watch something I was present for, but I wasn't fully aware of. You know what I mean? I didn't even understand the significance of the Redeem Team until this documentary. So it's a very, very well done documentary. The only problem is
it's too short.
Too short, and you didn't have the main guy, no Kobe.
Yeah.
So it kind of lost. It could have been great if we had everyone present, but things happen. So,
and it's a great doc because like other docs on Netflix has come out with like Malice in the Palace, the Ref one, the Untold Story series. This is separate. This one's produced by LeBron and Dwayne Wade, so it's very heavy on those two narrating everything.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that, but it felt like that. It was just like felt a lot like about them. I'll say right now, I wish the story was kind of like focused on LeBron and Dwayne Wade and Carmelo's career, like the big three of like how they kind of shift the dynamic and change in a generation.
Right.
But this is a Redeem Team doc. But it kind of felt like it was just focused on them three.
It did feel like that.
Which they were part of the 2004 team. I will say right off the bat, like, I wasn't paying attention to the team at the time. We're in high school. All we care about is our fucking games, you know?
Exactly.
But like, I worked for Team USA. I got my Team USA polo, so I know what it means of like all the practices and just the pride of having like your national team like get set up for the Olympics and all the FIBA stuff. And then our dude Kobe, your dude Kobe. I related to like hating on Kobe growing up because like he was always killing my teams. But again, now that Kobe's gone, RIP to the whole people. Like this kind of reminded me, like, damn, this guy's influence is still crazy.
It goes way beyond basketball for some people too. But the Redeem Team comprises of how many people or who, Mike?
So just hella folks: LeBron, Dwayne Wade, Carmelo. I'm just going off the top. Dwight Howard, who doesn't get enough praise. Boozer was on one of them. And then Chris Paul, Darren Williams, who was my favorite player growing up. Like, he was smooth. You got Michael Redd, who doesn't get a lot of appreciation. He was a sniper in Milwaukee. And then Tayshaun Prince, who was like a fucking beast in Detroit, like lengthwise. Chris Bosh, his fucking corny ass from the Raptors. Like this was the new guard of the NBA, and they were the focus of the 2010s. So like, and coached by Coach K too.
You know what? Now I'm a little more pissed off now that you mentioned LeBron produced this.
Yeah,
like, I'm wondering why they didn't interview everybody.
That's what I said.
Everybody, like,
it didn't feel that way.
Yeah, they could have easily. Did Michael Redd?
J Kidd was on it, huh? Michael Redd wasn't interviewed, and they didn't have a lot. Like, this documentary felt a little short. I know, like, I'm comparing it to The Last Dance. Last Dance was 10 fucking episodes. I was tuned in every fucking week.
Well, to be fair, that was spanning 15 years.
Yeah,
stuff, so.
But I felt like this could have done 3 episodes. Yeah, like one whole episode of just like up to 2004, because they went through hella fast of the history of the Olympics, and then kind of like went backwards with the Doug Collins thing of 1972. I wish they kind of like formatted it that way to up to 2004, next episode 2004 to 2008, and then 2008 as the final episode of everything.
Yeah, I think they just wanted to mirror the Dream Team doc a little bit.
Yeah,
format wise, because that one, for some reason, that one paced better. But they interviewed everyone for that documentary, so that one felt more complete. Yeah, this one, Tayshaun Prince didn't even say anything. Yeah, Dwight Howard, he said like maybe one line.
Yeah, he was in a couple of clips, but it was just like. And he was rocking his Kobe sweater. Yeah. And, you know, I think... So, the Team USA... Yeah. Sorry. So, like, there was also docs about, like, Dream Team. And I love that documentary because everybody said something. That documentary was sick because everyone spoke. John Stockton spoke. Karl Malone spoke.
Even Leitner spoke.
All folks spoke. And that was crafted beautifully. And they showed the international appeal. But like the first 15 minutes was just like, yeah, we lost in 04. We shouldn't have lost. Why didn't you interview some of the 04 team? Like Allen Iverson, Duncan, the Marburys. It was just the young people talking about it, you know?
It would have been nice too if they interviewed some of the opposing teams too a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because that was actually the most.
It was very biased.
It's biased, but that was actually the most interesting part of the doc for me because again, I wasn't very aware of the international teams.
Yeah.
But I think LeBron said it, or Dwayne might have said it, that these teams play together for like years.
Yeah.
Years. So the fact that a team with so much talent, arguably the best talent in basketball, could get defeated by, I don't want to say lesser talented people because they have the talent in their own right, but this is the peak for basketball.
Yeah.
And the fact that you have a team from a different country,
Carlos Arroyo in Puerto Rico.
International teams, they don't get a lot of credit up until around that era, actually, as far as their game, because their game is based on team play. It's based on fundamentals.
Yeah.
And then, the NBA is historically known for being flashy and
skilled,
athletic.
Yeah.
So the fact that they can get beat like that, not just once, but multiple times, it's humbling to see that.
I love it.
We don't see that enough.
I was talking to my dad last week of like how the U.S. has so much professional leagues that it's more like local, but U.S. fans are very like fair weather.
Yeah.
Like until you're like in some regions like Midwest, like diehard areas, but like international, they play with their national pride. Like they play their hearts out. They represent. Like look at all the football teams in the world. Like World Cup is like Quidditch, bro. It's like they're life or death.
And this is where I'm a little biased towards our country. Like, okay, I might get canceled for this. I don't care. I'm not very patriotic myself.
Yeah.
Our culture is weird compared to every other country because there is no. They even had a hard time explaining it in the doc as far as trying to find what are you guys playing for.
Yeah.
They couldn't even really. They had a hard time, in my opinion. They had a hard time conveying the American message to like, who are you fighting for? Military, blah, blah, blah. That's not really enough for me.
Yeah.
I feel like other countries have a lot more to fight for, which is why I kind of root for them sometimes.
Yeah.
So,
because we're the big bad Americans on the block. And,
we're the bullies.
And look at I appreciated the doc kind of giving me context of like 2004, like 2003. I forget, like we grew up in it, but we didn't really like pay attention to the war or anything like that. And
like
it was
everyone
just
hated the U.S.
Yeah, it was really heightened times of like being in the military, traveling. So I was like, oh shit, they stayed in a cruise ship. They didn't even go to Olympic Village. Yeah. Which kind of sucks. And then like
it's fun. They showed the Marines in the water trying to protect them.
Yeah, that was wow. That was wild.
Crazy.
That's why I'm saying, like, if you extended it more and have a whole dedication of like what it means to be in Team USA, and then even like talking about the dream team, like that's why I love the dream team, because it expanded this whole generation of like international influence. The NBA now, the top 5 players, 3 of them are international.
Yeah.
Luka,
Giannis.
Joel, and Giannis.
Yeah, exactly.
And Joker, like, holy shit. So like, yeah, I agree too that unless, like, for me, I'm biased because I worked for Team USA, but like the American appeal of like kind of feeling sorry for them for losing.
Yeah, it's like, really I'm not feeling any type of remorse for losing.
Yeah,
I kind of,
because you didn't interview 04 Puerto Rico. You didn't interview them.
Yeah, exactly.
Or Manu Ginobili.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true.
You didn't interview them.
That's true.
So you couldn't even get like their perspective on it.
Yeah, why didn't they get fucking Manu? It's not like he's not available to fucking.
Because it's produced by LeBron and Dwayne Wade.
Who lost against Spurs,
like you're always gonna be on your story.
Yeah.
But you don't have a third party of like making sure that it's, getting the other people involved.
I kind of went from loving this doc to kind of like.
I know.
A couple notches
that's the great thing too. Okay, so back to the basketball aspect of like, or just the doc. It was great to see of just, again, we grew up on the 03 draft, and then kind of leading up to it. I didn't know how much they kind of like Coach K and Jerry Colangelo, like they turned around USA basketball.
They did.
It became a program. It's not just show up one summer. It's show up every fucking summer. And I've worked there 2 times, and it's crazy. You got like 40 NBA players in Las Vegas, like working out and getting better.
So okay, that's a good way to explain that. Since you work for them, how is the vibe?
The vibe?
Yeah, during the
Team USA. It's competitive. Like I worked when it was like KD, Paul George, and James Harden like going at it, playing one-on-one, king of the court, and like
so high competitiveness.
It's high competitiveness because you're trying to make the team. It's like you're trying to make this team, and you have like, it's not made up. It's like you get cut.
the way they kind of explained it, they chose the players to.
Yeah, you get invited. Like
you still have to try.
You still have to like maintain it. You still have to be healthy on top of training for the NBA.
Okay.
So every summer you go to Vegas and like work your ass off, being it. That's why you saw LeBron, Carmelo, and Dwayne Wade kind of like spearheading this. Mm-hmm. It wasn't until I found out that Kobe joined like the year before, 2007. Like he wasn't invited until then. Mm-hmm. And we could talk more about Kobe in the middle, but like, yeah, I didn't realize they lost in 2006. Mm-hmm. And like, I mean, which also gives the fact like you spend so much summers together. That's what build your friendships. Mm-hmm. There's not as much like animosity towards each other because you're always seeing each other. Yeah. And that's what led to Miami Heat team up. That's what led to like other team ups like KD and stuff.
It all makes sense now.
You're all not just working out in the summer separately. Mm-hmm. You're literally living with each other, playing cards all the time.
Yeah, that's good.
So that's why.
And that's the culture they try to cultivate anyway. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like mirroring international teams because you grew up with each other at 16, 15 years old.
And grew up together. Literally, they're brothers at that point.
Yeah.
And I get,
as long as you don't punch each other like Draymond Green. Shots fired. All right. So other things. I think a big takeaway from this documentary, Kobe, like 2007, talked about that of like up to that point, number 8, everyone fucking hated number 8.
Yeah.
Kicked Shaq out of the Lakers. Mm-hmm. He was going through his trial.
Which I almost forgot for a quick second.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that.
And his teams were like barely scratching first round, second round. So
I didn't even know he wanted to leave the Lakers at one point.
Yeah, he asked for a trade. He wanted to go to the Bulls.
I didn't know
You don't
that.
remember that?
Mm-mm.
Ah, man, it was big stories. Yeah, so it's good remembrance for us.
Yeah.
But how did you feel about seeing Kobe again in this doc?
Kobe's presence is more like they made him more like a myth, I guess. Because again, I love Kobe. I put him in my top 5 when we did our top 5 players of all time. Mm-hmm. But the way they romanticize Kobe a little bit to the point where it's like you can't talk about Kobe in any negative way.
Yeah.
Like again, like I wish they kind of showed more footage of practices and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Like
an entire episode.
Yeah. Because again, LeBron, I'm sure his relationship with Kobe was close.
Yep.
But sometimes I feel like they talk about it to the point where they're like best friends.
Yep.
Especially from his eyes.
Yep.
Like I never got that they're that close. Mm-hmm. It's not like a Michael and Kobe type relationship with them, you know? Mm-hmm. Like Kobe respects all the players, but he said himself that Kobe always keeps himself anyway.
He's a loner.
Yeah, he's a loner. So it's kind of weird for him I don't know.
For you to speak on
someone that you don't friendship. Know that well. Yeah, I don't know.
That's like it's me weird. Saying someone that they think of me as their best friend.
Yeah.
You know?
And we're friends. They're friends for sure.
Yeah, but there could be little tweaks of how you feel about each other about certain things. And you still have the competitive side of things. Like the Kobe thing, which I like. So I'll talk about how much I loved seeing Kobe on there. It's because like Kobe's still frozen in time to me of just, man, like you can only go back to videos and stuff, and then you seen his daughter at the end, or his daughters.
That made Sam cry a little bit.
Yeah,
you saw Gigi and Nat and Natalia.
Yeah, like oh, man, those were heartbreaking stuff. And I'm glad they put that in there. And part of Kobe's journey being called a loner, like I think that's great because like other people don't have the social battery to be around other people. He grew up in Italy. He's been international. So he's the perfect piece to the puzzle, just like Michael to the dream team. Yeah. Because like him growing up in the international, he knows how they play.
Yeah. I forgot they highlighted too. Like I forgot how much China loves Kobe too.
Yeah, I love it. I almost
forgot about it.
It's like
that.
Michael Jackson. Yeah. Dude, all our Asian friends, bro, like all y'all rock Kobe shit.
Maybe that's why I like Kobe too. I don't know.
Nah, I don't think so. No, but yeah, it was wild in high school.
Yeah,
everyone's wearing Kobe shit. Yeah. Like all of our Asian friends, we went to a 90% Asian school.
Unless you're like a Coach B. Lou who hated. If you're a diehard Warriors fan, you hate Kobe.
Yeah,
he smacked this.
Yeah,
in the We Believe era. So.
But he respected the shit out of him because it was just like Michael all over again. But in China, that's why I'm saying you needed another episode to talk about Kobe's influence, Nike brand, the whole like, are you the same animal and different beast? This was Kobe's time. Like,
this is his transition from 8 to 24.
This was as a redeem team, he was the redeem moment in his career, shifting from 8 to number 24 around this time.
What I liked about Kobe's presence in the doc was it showed the shift of the Mamba mentality. Like as soon as he stepped into the team, it shifted completely. Like everyone took him more serious. They're saying that he played hard defense during practice, and
Diving.
that's what they were missing. Yeah, diving for balls.
And I appreciate that because I do that shit too.
Yeah. So it goes to show that leadership, actions speak louder than words too.
Yeah.
And when they show who the Powell play for, Spain, right?
Yeah.
That first play,
clocked him.
That was funny.
Yeah.
But that's what I miss. We don't see that a lot
Exactly.
anymore. So
it's like I'll rip your heart out.
Yeah.
And like that's why people love and respect Kobe from the older generation, I believe, because it's like it's a reminder of the olden days of like taking basketball seriously.
Yeah.
And he took it to another level.
Yeah. And I do want to say this because we talked about this in the season. This is why the Mamba mentality for this generation, it's not translating for me personally, because when they say it, they preach it. I don't see it though.
Yeah, they say it, they dress it, but
they don't practice it. That's like when you read the book, he says he would do midnight workouts. He would be the first in the gym.
Yeah.
He would sleep in his car waiting for the gym to open.
Yeah.
I don't feel like none of these players are doing that.
Nah, and it's like
what is that?
The thing I hate about this generation too, everyone's posting their workouts. Like I get it with trainers, but like Dame Lillard said it too. It's like just because I'm not posting my workouts doesn't mean I'm not working out.
Yeah.
And I knew with the Devin Booker shit, if you remember the video when he was like, oh, no double teams in pickup. Like, we're trying to work on our games. When he literally was double teamed in the finals a year later or two later.
That's why you should be double.
That's why you played a game, like, you practice fucking, like, hard as hell to prepare for the game. And he got stripped by Drew Holiday in the finals. So it's like this Mamba mentality is glamorized to the point.
Very glamorized.
It's like organic. The name, like, organic. You can just slap organic on everything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like how I feel about Bruce Lee too. Like when he passed, like everyone preached his philosophy, but sometimes I don't see it because it's hard. It's hard to imagine it when you're such a super fan like I was with Bruce Lee, and you have these MMA fighters like saying they took inspiration from him. Yeah, I still don't see it sometimes because it doesn't show in your work ethic like he did. It's pretty similar actually the way they think. So
it's like it's the social media thing. Like, even to affect of us like putting stuff out there and. Just work and like don't even talk about you working. Just show the results.
Exactly.
Show the results. Like Kobe did a great thing of like promoting hard work. But people twist it and he's not here to like fix shit or like to change it up.
Yeah. You remember that old Jimmy Kimmel interview?
Yeah.
Where they showed Nick Young celebrating.
Yeah, laughing and shit.
Laughing and Kobe's just like,
this is dumb. It's like. Don't settle for like small things. Go for the mountain, and that's why I love players like Giannis because they fucking
do it,
live and breathe it.
Yeah,
they know. I mean, it also depends on your upbringing too. Of like, if you really like were in shit, then you can appreciate the littlest shit.
Yeah,
yeah. So, Kobe, R.I.P. And I like this doc too because it brought up the whole LeBron versus Kobe thing. Which I felt should have been extended more. Like, remember like the whole Nike thing of putting them against each other and then the barbershops always like saying who was better, LeBron or Kobe. Till this day, I still like go back and forth. I'm like, fuck, who would I really pick? I determined it as like LeBron is the greatest ever created player. But Kobe and Mike are like the players you want at the end of the day to win.
Okay, elaborate that a little bit more.
LeBron does everything. He does everything on the court. Does like offense, defense. Like he is. If you created a player, there's like 99s across the board with all his skills. Best created player ever.
Okay, all around defense.
Mike and Kobe, to an extent, they're like the best too. Mike obviously higher, another tier. But if I want to fucking win a game, if I want to like compete my ass off, it's them two. I'd pick them.
Gotcha. Mike and LeBron, or Kobe and
LeBron.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we've seen it slightly. So
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah. I was gonna say with defense, I would still pick Kobe, but you're talking about all around defense. LeBron could guard
1 through 5.
1 through 5. So okay,
and their matchups too. LeBron has more wins than Kobe.
Yeah.
I mean, you put Miami on that team though. Yeah. But I just thought like the whole LeBron versus Kobe thing. I love that they talked about it
a little bit. Yeah.
They brought it back.
Yeah.
Because that's a legit thing.
Speaking of that. Let me switch to D Wade real quick because I forgot how much I love D Wade.
Me too.
Yeah, like holy shit. They call him the Flash for a reason. Like the highlights, like you forget sometimes because of so much LeBron talk. But D Wade was the shit when we were growing.
He knows he's number 2 to Kobe though.
Yeah, he knows.
He like that's big brother will whoop your ass.
And he said it too. Like he took offense when
Manu.
Yeah, it's like he's not the best.
Yeah, he's like, oh hell no. That was cool because like Dream
that.
Team,
Yeah.
it was like, we guarding Manu.
Exactly. Let's talk about Carmelo real quick.
Yeah, Carmelo is my guy. He looks skinnier in the doc.
He did.
Yeah, Melo's a beast. Olympic Melo, underrated. Like, yeah, they should have focused more on like how the Olympics were different and how it attributed to Melo being a beast in the Olympics more than the NBA sometimes.
Yeah,
like
defensively too.
Defensively, and I think with Team USA, our 2004 Redeem Team, people say they think they're better than Dream Team. I still think they would have got smacked though, because like if you Dream Team against Redeem Team, like I think they cancel each other off in like Kobe,
in
Mike.
ways,
Yeah.
in ways. Because the thing is, when you think about the Dream Team, you have the try.
Yeah.
The Holy Trinity,
Yep.
but only Michael was in his prime.
Yeah.
And Magic and Larry were kind of on their way out.
But they're still cerebral though.
I know, but they're in their how many years?
They're
11th
they're already past their championship.
Yeah, they're past. Okay, but still, you have they're pretty much the architects of their respective positions. So
11 Hall of Famers too.
And then you have Robinson. You have good defense with Ewing. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Dwight Howard is a baby compared to those bigs.
No, you're not
Ewing.
impacting them.
Ewing. I'm forgetting. I'm blanking out. Karl Malone too. Yeah. Like he's a power forward. Mm-hmm. Him and Charles, but they're fucking strong as shit.
Yeah. I said this too on Instagram because someone posted that too. I was just like, you know what? The 08 team is more skillful.
Yeah.
But the grit of the Dream Team I think that would just trump everything.
Yeah.
Because, 08 might be able to outshoot them.
Yeah.
But not for all four quarters.
But you have Chris Mullin too.
Yeah.
Who's a sniper.
Exactly.
John Stockton can shoot his own right. If they had Isaiah instead of Christian Laettner, Isaiah Thomas should have been on that team. Oh, it would have been a wrap for any all-time team.
But you had Magic already. So.
Yeah, Magic already, who's the greatest of all time.
And you had Stockton too. So.
Yeah. It's just Stockton gets a bad rap sometimes of just not being.
And you had Pippen, who would defend anybody.
90 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In his prime.
I don't think he can guard LeBron fully, but I think he can slow LeBron down.
Me too. Because this team, as much as I love this team, only Kobe.
It's just four of them.
Five and LeBron, yeah, they'll defend. Everyone else, they're kind of like mediocre defense in my opinion. Michael Redd, I'm trying to remember Michael Redd.
Sniper from Bucks.
Why am I?
You don't remember him?
They didn't highlight him a lot, so
because he was playing for the Bucks. They didn't do shit. This was like during like Carlos Delfino and OJ Mayo and all that. The Bucks, you very, 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 very under the radar around that time.
What was his average?
You're looking it up right there. So the doc, just to wrap it up too, I think it was great to see the Olympic Village vibe of like being able to interact with other athletes in the world, because the Olympics is the mecca of athletes, and China was a big deal because it's China. It's a communist country, and like they went all out with the presentation of the Olympics, the size of their stadium,
the 1,000 drums, and
cool. And then like that's where I think they should have like brought more Olympic appeal to it, or more stories.
Yeah, it was cool to see too, like just Kobe and them in the crowd.
Yeah,
just cheering on for the other events that are going on, like Serena and I think
Michael Phelps.
Yeah. I was like, see, that's kind of
Misty and Kerry Walsh from volleyball.
Yeah, that's the real appeal of the doc. If you really want that U.S. pride, and you got to show that a little bit more
of like supporting each other.
Yeah, because this isn't just a regular basketball documentary. This is about the Olympic.
This is the world.
This is the world team.
Should have been a world documentary about that significance and of just like being an Olympic athlete, whether you're just doing all the little weird shit, like you're still top in the world of something.
Yeah,
people take that for granted. Like people talk shit about NBA players all the time, but they are one of a few hundred fraternity every year that can only do it. You're at the 99th or 1% percentile, whichever.
And again, I really wish, obviously, I kind of wish they did this documentary a lot earlier. I don't know what the significance of doing it now was.
I don't know, just Kobe's passing.
I guess
people want to bring it up again.
Yeah, because his contribution to The Last Dance, even if it was only 2-3 minutes, it was a lot for me. So I really wish we could have had him to talk about this more in depth in retrospect. Yeah, because I feel like he doesn't talk about this a lot. The Redeem Team a lot.
Here, I'll ask you this, because like now that the doc's over and we're in 2022, do you think international will ever surpass U.S. in basketball?
In basketball, they're catching up, and I think to a point, they might be on par, honestly. Because
give it another 10 years.
Mm-hmm. It's constantly expanding. The thing about international team over NBA, they don't have the money to interfere too much with the culture of the basketball outside the U.S. The money is always fucking up everything here.
Yeah.
So that's why, again, it's nice to see the Olympics because it's really down to the grit of basketball. There's not a lot of politics.
Neutral ground sometimes.
Exactly. Everyone's on. There's no. You have to work as a team with the best players. So it's always nice to see that.
Yeah.
It's fun. I didn't really watch a lot. I should probably watch a little more.
Which one?
More the U.S. teams because I always skip it during the summer.
Yeah, I mean, because it's not at the best time to watch.
Mm-hmm. Is it every year or every 2 years?
So every 2 years is FIBA, or like it's FIBA and then World Championships, and then it's like
Olympics.
Yeah, which takes me a while to understand, even working for the team, because like you still have to qualify for shit. Just because you're the U.S. doesn't mean you're automatically in.
Yeah,
and they showed that like you had to fight again another year to qualify. And I think personally, like international is gonna have another boom in the next 5 to 10 years. Like, American players they're going to be distracted so much by social media. Yeah. But NBA Africa is growing. That's going to be another mining area. Like, I hate to say it that way, but they're going to
scout more out.
They're going to, like, reap the benefits of Africa again in a different way.
Yeah.
And then, like, other parts of the world just being hungry. Right now, there's, like, top 4 players in the NBA are, like, international. It might even be top 6, 7, 8 in a few years. At one point,
I'll say even more than that, maybe.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. There might be a fucking Filipino right now playing in Chanelas that just like goes ham.
As long as he's over 6 feet, he has a chance.
Yeah, he has a chance, and his name is Michael Rivera Jr. I don't know.
A pure Filipino, that'd be some shit.
Sorry, Jalen Green, Kai Soto.
We don't have a Yao Ming anymore, so.
Oh see, they should have talked about Yao in their doc. That's his home country.
Yeah, I know.
About like China's perspective of like Kobe coming to the NBA or like there. See, damn, stock is missing a lot, dude.
It's a lot. It's
Holy shit, I don't even like stock no more. Just
kidding.
Redeem this doc.
But it's still a good doc. I mean, they covered the main points, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And it made me really want to watch the final game one time with
Spain.
Yeah, with Spain.
Rudy Fernandez was going off. Holy shit, he didn't do shit in the NBA.
There's so many teardrops, so many like they have a lot of shooters.
He was dunking.
Yeah,
he was on dunking on motherfuckers.
Again, I wasn't there to watch it, but to watch it like that and then to see Kobe's last shot, he was like,
yeah. See, I've seen that clip. I didn't understand what was going on.
It was dope, man.
And then foul trouble and then Dwayne Wade coming in. Yeah. I was like, okay, this is cool.
And then Kobe taking the last quarter, which historically he usually does anyway. So it's like
I forgot to say this, but I think when LeBron glamorizes how like he like puts teams together or like he's the fun part of the group and keeps the group there. Like some of his jokes are like super corny. Like I don't know. Like I know he's a goofball too, but it's just like I don't know. I would have been more serious about this, or maybe that's why I never succeeded in basketball. But it's like.
Nah, man.
Yeah, I mean, I would lean towards like Kobe's side, even though I would get the brunt of it, you know. But it's more like LeBron, like doing like those jokes. I guess they work well to each other. It's like Magic and Kobe, or Magic and Mike.
Magic and Mike. Yeah,
and
that's
the same thing.
It's a passing of the torch. Too,
yeah,
so like,
exactly.
LeBron was I didn't realize he was only in his 5th year. So to be at that high level already.
Already went to the finals.
Leader status already.
Yeah.
That early.
The prodigy.
That's crazy.
Melo's still my guy.
All right. So final score, Mike. Out of all the basketball docs, where would you rank this one?
Oh shit, man! I don't even know if it cracked the top 3. This was great.
What are your top ones though?
The Dream Team. Is in no order. I can't remember. The Last Dance is always number 1.
Bad Boys is one of my favorites.
Bad Boys is one of the greatest one.
Have you been watching the Lakers one?
The Hulu one? Yeah. Nah, I don't like that one.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan.
Because they just had the LA Showtime parody one, or not parody, but whatever. It's the dramatized version of it. But I really like the LA one and versus Boston one. That's a 3-episode documentary. You gotta watch that. It was like it was the history of Celtics and Lakers. It was like within this decade, and then like they talked about it was 3 episodes. That's why I loved it, because it like broke down pretty much a lot of their careers and the significance of that rivalry. So docs like this, the Redeem Team, I was surprised it was only 90 minutes. I watched it on Thursday and I was like, damn, I'll finish this in one night. Like, I didn't really
at least
get
2
enough.
hours. That would be nice.
Yeah, so I feel like this doc they just shoved it out there, just put content. Like nowadays, people are just making documentaries and content about everything and so oversaturating it. But I still see the value in this doc.
Yeah. Since LeBron isn't on this path now, do you think he's going to produce his own documentary?
Yeah, he will. But it'll be interesting to see if he talks about Delonte West, if he really talks about other things. Mike did the same thing too, like cut and edit approval of other shit.
Yeah. This doc actually made me not want a Kobe doc for some reason without his contribution to it. It's not the same.
Even if it's Vanessa doing it or spearheading it, just let it be and let him be a legend to everyone who experienced it.
Yeah, and I wanted it too. As soon as he passed, I was like, man. As soon as we finished The Last Dance, I was like, oh man, I would hope they make a Kobe one.
Yeah.
Lakers. It's like, nah.
I think he put enough out into the world authentically on his own without an agenda or narrative to put another doc just because it's a doc. I think his influence in the world is stamped. So Redeem doc, what would you rate it?
I rate it after we
reviewed it.
It was like at an 8 for me at some point, but now I give it like a 6.
I gave it like a 7.5.
There's too much gaps in between and not enough history, not enough insight from other people's perspectives besides the main 5 players. So it's like, it's missing a lot. So. But as a basketball doc, it's fun to watch.
Oh yeah. It's cool to see all the great players being great.
Yeah, especially in they weren't even the greatest yet. They're just coming up. So,
yeah.
I always like seeing the rise, not the.
Yeah, it's the come up. I always said the come up is the best way.
Yeah.
But sweet. That's the doc. That's if the other episode of the NBA season preview. I don't know if our predictions will ever be correct.
We'll make a post of it.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll see how it lands later.
But hopefully these 2 episodes get us back in the running of reviewing more shit. So
we'll definitely Black Panther Wakanda Forever. We'll definitely do that. I don't know about the future after that. Quick just disclaimer, what have you been watching?
Weird shit.
You're out of the Marvel shit.
I'm out.
We're just gonna have a discussion right now. Yeah.
I'm out on the MCU.
Yeah. If you haven't noticed, I mean, if you guys still follow us on this podcast, we missed a lot of shit.
I feel like with the superhero genre, I'm over it. Like everyone's telling me to watch The Boys. I'll watch it when I watch it. And then there's other content like The Lord of the Rings, which I heard suck.
Yeah,
Star
that
Wars
disappointed me. I wish it was better.
Oh, no, yeah. Once I heard Peter Jackson's wasn't even involved, even though the estate of Tolkien doesn't fuck with it.
Shout out to Rob. I don't know if you listen to this, but he's a big-ass Lord of the Rings fan, and he could not watch an episode of it.
Hell no.
So that if he can't watch it, fucking not gonna.
I remember last year I was hyped for Rings of Power. I was hyped for Star Wars shit Andor, but after so much disappointment with all these streaming shows or whatever, fuck it, I'm gonna watch it on my own, and when they're done, and I'll go back to old shit. That's where I'm at in my life. So
I'm watching fucking Yu Yu Hakusho right now.
I'm watching. I just watched The Boy by Taika Waititi, and I'm into that. That was a really great movie in 2013.
When I bought Love and Thunder again, it's not that bad.
Yeah,
but it still sucks.
It still sucks, but that's why I hate. I always do this to myself just to see people argue, and it's bro, people are just so mad about something 3 months ago. Get over it.
Are you excited for Black Panther?
I am.
A little bit,
I am. But I'm gonna temper my expectations, and then I think I've gotten over the thing of man, I want to be a comic book fan, but I think comic book fans, just like Star Wars fans, are very sensitive or very grown ass men, women crying about little shit. It don't fucking matter. We already know these companies and networks have agendas and want to make money at the end of the day. Warner Brothers, fuck it, just enjoy what you want to enjoy. Fuck it.
Deadpool 3 though, I want that.
That better be really good.
I want X-Men to be good when they come, because I know you haven't watched it. I know, but they actually mentioned X-Men by name in that show. So okay, so they're coming, but we'll see. Yeah. But as far as our old format and reviewing shit, I think we'll just review stuff we want to review.
Exactly. Yeah, we shouldn't
because if we reviewed Miss Marvel and She-Hulk, I would have just tore that shit every fucking time.
Yeah.
So it's not fun to just rip shit.
We're going into podcasts just to hate on something.
Yeah.
We know
everyone. We're not
hates.
like that. So.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I'll go Yu Yu Hakusho again.
Yeah.
But I'm just watching Hunter x Hunter again.
Yeah.
So
I have to watch that again because it's kind of making me want to go back.
Yeah. So love what you love.
Yeah,
love everybody. Love everybody. Well,
you preachy.
Sweet. So that's the episodes.
Hope you guys enjoyed. I know we've been gone for a while, but hopefully if you stick with us, we'll have some more shit in the future. So
yeah.
So Mike, from the top of the dome
to the back of the pack,
we are
the Top Back Podcast.
Peace.
Peace.